Have you noticed your voice getting drowned out by the noise, silenced by other voices much louder than your own? Listen, everybody has an opinion on what you should do, but do you have an opinion? Have you even given yourself a chance to decide what's best for you? Here's a truth with a little dare. Your truth is valuable. It's important and has deep meaning for you. What you need, want, and desire is precious and deserves to be honored. I dare you to honor you. Let's clear the clutter and honor what is sacred within you. The more I coach, I see this show up in so many ways. Whether it's doing what your parents wanted you to do, stuffing your own needs or wants to follow the crowd of friends, societal or cultural norms, or just laying underneath the weight of your vision of what you thought a certain role should do or look like. Somewhere along the way, the groupthink became more important than what you think. Now, it's okay. No need to beat yourself up over it. It's not a sign to go in on yourself, but an invitation to go within. Ready for me to be your personal mindset coach? Work with me one-on-one. Let's let go of what's holding you back and get the mindset you need so you can chase your dreams while doing all the things. You don't have to just dream about the life you love. You can actually live the life of your dreams. With my simple strategies, you can go from imagining to manifesting, from just trying to thriving. Let's rewrite your story now. Tap the link in the show notes and apply now. Your next level you is awaiting. Let's go on this journey together. In the midst of doing all the things, you can do all things and chase your dreams. Stay encouraged as we go on this journey called life, tackling everything that comes our way while we shine our light despite any circumstances we face. No more downplaying or dimming your light, because through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. Let me tell you this story because it's not always obvious when you find yourself off course or just being confused as to why you feel so disconnected from your own voice. I didn't always have an answer. I remember I had my own cute little board of directors. It was my mom and a handful of my friends that I would run everything past. It was a blessing and a curse for me to be able to see a situation from a variety of angles, but it would just cause me to get paralyzed trying to figure out what I should do. So I started telling the same story over and over again, looking at things from every which way and taking the collective to figure out my next move. Now, this wasn't always the wrong approach, but I did leverage it a little too much. So much so that tapping into my own voice, my own intuition, was not my first response. Even me being as strong-willed and independent as I am, yes, insert your favorite independent song. And there were times I went with what someone else thought was best for me over what I thought was best for me. When my mom passed away, it was wildly obvious how diluted my connection to me actually was. In that whole new normal thing, I had to figure it out. The more I coach, I see this show up in so many ways, whether it's doing what your parents wanted you to do, stuffing your own needs or wants to follow the crowd of friends or societal and cultural norms, or just laying underneath the weight of your own vision of what you thought a certain role should do or look like. Somewhere along the way, the groupthink became more important than what you think. It's okay. No need to beat yourself up over it. It's not a sign to go in on yourself, but an invitation to go within. You are worthy of self-care every day, not just on a Sunday. As you do all the things and chase your dreams, self-care has to be a major part of your day-to-day life. Giving yourself what you need is the key to being able to give everybody else what they need. If you're having a hard time making sure your self-care is on your list, get all the deets in the Encourager's Insider Guide to Self-Care. These free, easy DIY tips for simple ways to make self-care a part of your daily routine, plus some bonus goodies. Get your free Encourager's Guide to Self-Care because you deserve to be a priority on your list. Grab it right on the blog or theshow.encourageovereverything.com/self-care freebie. No more being last on your list. Grab it today and give yourself the gift of self-care. To do that, first determine who they are in your life. We toss around the term they, casually assuming we all know who they are, but sometimes they change. It's not always the same person or people, but you want to identify them and know who is having such an influence in your life. Again, it's not a bad thing because it's wise to seek counsel, but tapping into your own wisdom is exceptionally significant. It's knowing when and how to use the approach of tapping into others so that it's most beneficial to you and aligns with the best of you. That's one of my favorite things about being a coach. It's partnering up with you to help lead you back to you by shining a light on your blind spots that brings forth the best of who you are and who you're becoming. While it's important to know who they are that's influencing you, it's not as important as who you are. Our voice gets diluted or silenced when other influences reign over our own intuition. When you water down your inner knowing, it lacks the strength to speak volumes and lead you where you need to be. It's not about eliminating who they are, it's about illuminating who you are. So by now you're probably like, okay, Letty, give me the goods, tell me how to do this. You've already identified who they are. Before you run something by them, lean into your own intuition first and decide what's best for you right now or in this season of your life. Not sure how to do that? No worries. Pop open your journal and get to getting it. Explore your own feelings, thoughts, and emotions. Are you avoiding real feelings because you don't want to do what you know needs to be done? Be honest. And trust me, I know you might feel some type of way about journaling because I've heard, I don't know what to write. Well, there are plenty of guided journals and prompts out there. Whether you use prompts or write from your heart, guess what? They are both right. Just do what's best for you in that moment. Check your own temperature and see where you at. Meditate, be still, listen. If you haven't heard from you in a while, you may not have been quiet enough to hear. And these two practices, so simple, and yet their simplicity often gets overlooked because it's not fancy, it's not the hot, sexy thing, or you've already decided it won't work for you. Asking for a friend, have you tried it in a way that works for you? Because ultimately, you get to make it your own. Set aside the judgment, set aside what you think it's supposed to be, and embrace how it is for you in the moment. Are there other ways you can find clarity? Maybe on your walk. It could be being artsy or active in some other way. Find ways to acknowledge your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Then you can decide what you want to do with them. I love sharing my favorites with you. My favorite app on my phone is the Growth Day app. The journal feature is everything. If you want to be able to journal literally anywhere you have your phone in hand, this is for you. If you don't know what to write, no worries. You will want this for the science-backed journal prompts alone. It's a great place to reflect, explore, gain new insights, and level up your perspective. This all-in-one personal development app has a great plan section, a place to capture your life scores, and so much more. Now, if you love self-improvement as much as I do, you are going to love what Brendan Burchard has put together. Check out the link in show notes, and I'll see you there. You are sacred. I love this word because it carries so much beautiful meaning, not to be violated, criticized, or tampered with. There is so much focus on how other people can do things to us, but not much emphasis on how we do it to ourselves. When was the last time you made sure you haven't violated yourself in some way? It could even be just showing up in your boundaries or the lack thereof. And the criticism, don't even get me started. How is your self-talk? Are you tearing yourself down or building you up? Are you the first to point out all your flaws and use them against yourself? Are you tampering with your own self-esteem, your identity, your dreams, or the essence of who you are? Are you loving and showing up for yourself the way you need to? You are sacred, but are you holding yourself as such? You are this incredible, magnificent being. Look in the mirror and high five your own self, like Mel Robbins says. You deserve to be cherished and celebrated for all you are and who you're becoming. Perfection is not required because you are sacred. I dare you to honor yourself. Honor your thoughts, beliefs, values, feelings, emotions, how things resonate with you, and all the elements that make you the glorious being you are. Honor what feels right for you. Listen, mistakes and missteps are a part of the process. It's a part of life, and it's going to happen whether or not it's you making the decisions or following someone else's guidance. Recognize when the guidance given doesn't align with what you feel is best for you. To strengthen that muscle, you have to be still, listen, and connect to your inner knowing. The more you practice, the more in tune you become and build that trust in your own intuition. You do know what's right for you, contrary to popular belief. And if you've already been honoring yourself, in what other ways does your soul crave to be nurtured? What other ways can your voice be expressed? When you put your voice in its rightful place at the head of the line, instead of as the backup, you honor yourself. Encourage over the way you honor yourself, because together we can encourage over everything. Thanks for tuning in. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please take a moment to leave a review. All you have to do is rate by lighting me up with some stars. And leave a few words. If you share this episode, let me thank you in advance for sharing positive messages, because we all know some peeps in our lives who could use an extra dose of encouragement. And I'm throwing virtual confetti right now to celebrate you for finishing this episode. I don't know about you, but I'm not ready for this to end. So if you want more, check out theshow.encourageovereverything.com for literally all things Encourage Over Everything. Stay connected and join the email list. Get that VIP treatment by being the first to know all the happenings and get encouragement sent right to your inbox. theshow.encourageovereverything.com has everything that you're looking for, from show notes and all of the info on today's sponsors. And if you are looking to connect with other fellow encouragers, be sure to join my exclusive community at the Encourage Over Everything Facebook group. I can't wait to connect with you in the next episode. Remember, there isn't anything that we can't get through because together we can encourage over everything.